Time narrows. There is death upon Davana.
Davana must endure.
Speak of the earth creatures.
They are second age, subhuman, weak and full of fright.
Speak of their blood.
It may be as ours. I have sent to you 30 cubits for study.
There must be more. The conquered enemies dwindle in the pens of pasture, and time constricts. It is soon that we shall all perish.
Perhaps the blood of this planet shall answer.
I am returning.
It's time I cut out now.
Don't be a drag. You know how you flip me.
I'm hip.
So?
So leave me here. If my father dug this scene, he'd put small round holes in your head.
Well, I guess it is pretty late.
I really have to get in. Good night, Pops. You're a dad.
And you're a doll. Later.
Later.
Hello. Do you have an appointment? I see. Mr. Paul Johnson for 10 o'clock. That'll be for a blood test.
No test.
Beg your pardon?
No test. Transfusion.
Well, don't tell me a big man like you was afraid of a little needle.
I have no fear. I came for a transfusion of blood.
I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson, but you have to have a blood test. We don't hand out blood like gasoline, you know. We have to find out whether you need ethyl or regular. Well, you sit over there. The doctor will be with you in a moment. There's some magazines there if you care to look at them.
Dr. Kavanaugh wanted in pathology. Dr. Kavanaugh wanted in pathology.
Oh, Doctor, this is Mr. Johnson. He's here for an immediate transfusion.
I see. Well, Mr. Johnson, we'll look you over right away. Nadine, will you take him into the lab and run his test?
Oh, no, he's having a fast pine on the fly. No test.
Would you come inside, please? Sit down, won't you? Now, Mr. Johnson, why don't you want a blood test?
I choose not to reveal a reason.
I see. Well, then I suggest you try another doctor.
You have no blood here?
Yes, we have blood. But there isn't a doctor on earth who'll transfuse blood without first learning the patient's type, RH factor, and other peculiarities. The wrong kind would probably kill you.
I must have blood. I'm dying. I am type O.
I'm sorry, but I can't take your word for any of those facts. Get away from there.
Observe.
No bleeding.
It will bleed in some moments, but then thinly and sporadically.
Have you been to see another doctor?
None that you know.
A hematologist? Blood doctor?
Will you give me the transfusion?
Not unless you submit to a test.
Then without a specimen of my blood for study, it is impossible.
Impossible.
You will test. Then you will know and you will prescribe. You may study it in all the ways of your kind and you may learn, but you may not speak. You will not, you cannot transmit to any other being your knowledge of my tragedy.
I've had a terrible headache.
I am ready for your test.
I'm glad you changed your mind. Take off your coat. Well, this won't hurt. Fantastic. The agglutinin disintegrating at an uninterrupted rate, resulting in the destruction of the cellular structure of the blood. Oh, it's impossible.
There, that should do it.
How long have you been a nurse?
I graduated 7 years ago.
You are a good one?
That's no question to be asking a nurse. You relax now. I'll be right back.
Wait. Do you work always in hospitals, or may you treat private cases?
Well, I special occasionally.
That is good. I would like you to work for me,
Oh, you would. Doing what?
preserving my health, seeing to it that I do not expire.
Mr. Johnson, no one in this wide world can guarantee life.
Nor in any other, I fear.
No, I suppose not.
What monies do you receive for the work of your profession?
Mr. Johnson, that's a very personal question.
It is. If you will serve me, I shall pay you $200 each week.
Let me tell you something, sir. No nurse would dream of getting $200 a week. Well, it's ridiculous. Besides, it has the sound of something very unethical.
Would it still be unethical if Dr. Rochelle asked you to serve me?
Well, if Dr. Rochelle assigned me to your case, I'd take it.
I see. Would you ask the doctor to come to me?
Yes, Mr. Johnson.
And you're to administer 500 cc's of Typo every night until further orders from me.
Yes, Doctor. Just what is wrong with him?
Well, it's very interesting. He had... I'm not positive. There are indications of internal hemorrhage.
I see. How long does he have?
I don't know. I'm doing everything I can. From now on, it's in the hands of God.